Prince William stepped out of the meeting at Clarence's house, and his face revealed almost everything. For months, the palace had carefully shaped a public image of King Charles confronting illness with strength and steady resolve. To be fair, that image had been effective. The official spokesperson described the gathering as a routine, long-scheduled administrative briefing about the upcoming autumn calendar and minor institutional updates. When major media outlets questioned the sudden presence of senior medical specialists and noted the Prince of Wales's unusually serious demeanor, the palace became even more guarded. An official statement followed, insisting the king was in very good spirits, continuing his constitutional duties with his usual commitment, and that any suggestion the afternoon involved a crisis meeting was entirely unfounded. As William departed, many royal watchers sensed a shift. He appeared burdened in a way he had not been before. That detail matters. William has spent years refining a calm and controlled public image, and he does it well. So when experienced observers say he looked different, it carries weight. By repeatedly stressing that the king continues to fulfill essential constitutional responsibilities, the palace has quietly adjusted the boundaries of the monarch's public role. It has entered what it calls a phase of strategic operational changes to improve efficiency for the second half of next month. There'll be no announcements and no direct statements addressing public concern about the king's specific health condition or recent medical visits. The king's schedule for late July has been significantly scaled back, removing physically demanding engagements and reducing his workload. This deliberate tightening of his diary is not happening randomly. It is a direct result of a highly confidential and escalating situation involving the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. High-level leaks from within the household confirm that a series of urgent communications have arrived from California. In them, Harry has firmly and unequivocally declared his intention to bring Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet to the United Kingdom in July. The message from Montecito was not framed as a polite request for a family reunion. It was presented as a fixed plan, strategically aligned with promotional momentum surrounding upcoming Invictus Games events. Harry's demand for a formal, high-profile, face-to-face meeting between King Charles and his American-raised grandchildren has disrupted internal palace planning. The king, driven by deep paternal affection and a sharp awareness of his advancing age, is said to be highly emotional and intensely focused on the possibility of seeing the children. Yet the timing of this request could not be more delicate. It coincides exactly with a sensitive period of medical management aimed at conserving his daily energy, creating serious tension behind palace doors. Recognizing how vulnerable this situation makes both his father's health and the institution itself, Prince William has taken a decisive and highly significant administrative step. The Prince of Wales has issued a strict, non-negotiable order requiring that all letters, legal paperwork, electronic messages, and personal communications from the California household be redirected first to his own office before reaching the king. This unprecedented blockade means William's team now serves as a sole filter for every piece of information coming from Montecito to Sovereign. His reasoning is protective. He understands that emotionally charged or high-pressure communications could destabilize the king's mental balance, something doctors have warned is closely tied to his physical resilience during this critical stage of treatment. By intercepting these messages, William has effectively positioned himself as a primary guardian of the royal household, shielding his father from external stress tied to the transatlantic family conflict, even as it greatly increases his own responsibilities. This intervention at the administrative gates of the monarchy represents a major structural shift. Day-to-day operational control of the royal household has effectively moved into the hands of the heir apparent. The strict filtering of communications from California is not simply a reaction rooted in family tension. It is a deliberate constitutional safeguard put in place during a period of significant vulnerability. Inside Kensington Palace, the atmosphere has changed from quiet preparation to an intense operational focus. Working separately from traditional Buckingham Palace networks, William's team now analyzes every word of correspondence from Montecito, assessing legal, emotional, and public relations consequences before the king is even informed a message exists. The objective is clear: eliminate any emotional instability that could upset the careful balance needed for the king's recovery. By assuming control over family communications, William has taken a substantial step toward what amounts to a regency in practice, though not in name, demonstrating a level of authority that has surprised even experienced courtiers. This administrative lockdown is unfolding during a month that outwardly appeared celebratory and joyful. The early weeks of June 2026 were filled with coverage of the wedding of Peter Phillips, Princess and son, to Harriet Sperling. The British media highlighted images from the private ceremony in Gloucestershire, capturing a rare moment of genuine celebration within the extended royal family. Harriet's graceful presence at subsequent high-profile outdoor events strengthened a positive domestic narrative for a public eager for encouraging stories about the House of Windsor. Attention centered on her classic style, the distinguished guest list, and the warmth seen among family members. It created a glittering surface that concealed deeper concerns, allowing the palace to project stability while senior leadership dealt with one of the most serious institutional challenges of the decade. As June progressed, however, the intensity of the royal calendar collided with the harsh realities of the British summer. The shift from late May into mid-June brought a demanding series of outdoor engagements under unusually high temperatures and heavy humidity across southern England. Traditional garden parties at Buckingham Palace, where thousands gathered for hours in direct sunlight, were followed by the physical strain of trooping the colour and the historic Garter Day ceremonies at Windsor. For a monarch nearing 80 years of age, wearing ceremonial regalia, standing for extended periods, and facing constant public scrutiny in such weather would test even someone in perfect health. The contrast between the festive scenes on the lawns and the physical toll behind the scenes became a major concern for senior advisors, setting the stage for the operational changes now quietly taking